Hatshepsut Hatshepsut at Karnak, a woman under God's commands. Due to the specific and exceptional circumstances that led Hatshepsut to assume royal prerogatives, the Queen has provided us with abundant and developed texts that record the process of her accession to pharaonic status and its justification. Prolegomena. First, it has to be stressed that we must keep from considering these texts as pure propaganda, which would be full of exaggerations, boasts, or lies. On the contrary, these compositions must be considered exact witnesses of what happened, even though the filter of the religious faith and of the specific mentality of the Egyptian society of the 18th dynasty has adorned the speech with a poetic breath and a mystic inspiration. We have to keep in mind that these texts were not accessible to a great number of people. They were intended for posterity and, overall, for the gods, who are supposed to see deep into the consciences. One cannot lie to a deity, and therefore we can consider as truth the numerous claims for the veracity of Hatshepsut, carved on walls of temples, bark chapels, and obelisks. Now, it is a matter of fact that when we attempt to compare the specific building texts with the architectural remains they are supposed to be related to, we note that they fit extremely well with each other. What the Queen says is obviously true and can be checked. Consequently, a similar confident reception must be given to the other records of the Queen not related to such concrete elements as architecture. The divine descent. From the 5th dynasty onward, it is well known that kings were born of a god, specifically of Ra and of a mortal woman, as it has been described in the tales of the papyrus Westcar. This is the core of their claim to the throne, of their legitimacy to rule Egypt in the Theban area. See Sostres I, who founded anew the temples of Karnak, mentions several times that he is the son of the dynastic god of Karnak, Amun. The one who is of Amun-Ra, lord of the thrones of the two lands, the son of his body, his beloved. He also declares at Tod that he usually acts under the god's command. What had been decided by the god is that I should accomplish his will, and it is what happened, as it is to me that he had given order to act, nobody having previously acted as he wanted. Subsequently, when Hatshepsut became a pharaoh, she also claimed, as the basic principle of her legitimacy, that she was the offspring of Amun. The famous Theogamy text of Deir el-Bahari precisely describes her conception as the result of the union of her mother, Queen Amos, with the god Amun. He made his shape in that of the majesty of her husband, the king of Upper and Lower Egypt, Bakpakara Thutmose I. Then a record of the god's decree concerning Hatshepsut is given. She will exercise the beneficent kingship in the entire land. She will rule the two lands and lead all the living ones. Here Amun is considered the source of Hatshepsut's existence and of her kingship. This recognition of Amun as the origin of her legitimacy requires, in return, that the Queen act as a very considerate child toward her father.